शलाख्य चक्षुर्वन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिन्निति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे
कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे
हरे राम राम हरे हरे। So Prabhu has chosen this topic, 2 hours of success for this evening. The 2 hours are this relationship and results, which are very important for everybody in life to be happy. So, personal life, naturally relationship brings joy, and for that relationship we need trust. We need trust when you go to your doctor, we need trust in marriage, we need trust in business partnership, we need trust in friendships, in all these things. So the relationship can be a trusting relation or a rusting relation. So, for example, Karna and Shalya, it was a rusting relation. And if you carefully observe what made it rusting relation, it's because Karna was paying deaf ears to his charioteer's suggestion. The charioteer wanted to, the charioteer was not ordinary person. He was Shalya, king of Madras. He was also very great personality. When he told, aim your Nagastra towards the chest of Arjuna, not the neck of Arjuna. So Karna asked him, who are you to give me the idea? Shut up your mouth. You are a charioteer, do your business, he said. So immediately Shalya spoke many things. I don't want to get into the details, but he got down and walked away. So Karna was left behind. So Karna was defeated eventually. On the other hand, Krishna-Arjuna relation was a very sweet and trusting relationship. When the Nagastra came, Ashwasena Nagastra came, at that time he took off the helmet of Arjuna off his head. It fell to the ground and all the diamonds got scattered away. And Arjuna was ashamed. He told Krishna, please manage the chariot properly. People will laugh at me if my mukut is taken away. Krishna said, what are you talking? Your head was to be on the ground. I pushed the chariot 1 feet down. Then Arjuna said, oh my Lord Keshava, how you protected devotees is miraculous. We don't even know what all dangers await us in this world. You are so kind, you protected me. So his affection for Krishna became enhanced many times. That relationship became more thicker, stronger, sweeter. So in this way you can see we all relate in our life with the 3 types of people. Our seniors, our equals, our juniors. There's one famous verse which says, Sarvato manaso asangam adau sangam cha sadhushu dayam maitrim prashrayam cha bhuteshvadhayato-chitam. This is from the 11th canto verse, Srimad Bhagavatam. This verse says, Sarvato manaso asangam. In the very beginning, one should abandon bad association, it says. This is one interesting thing in the Bhagavatam. First, it doesn't say you have to associate with devotees. It first always says you should abandon bad association. Like you all know the 4 questions asked by Parikshit. What's the duty of a dying man? What's the duty of anybody, any human being? And what should one not glorify or hear or remember or worship? And lastly he asked, what should one not hear, glorify, remember or worship? So what answer you think Shukadeva Goswami gave, the first answer out of the 4? The last person he answered first. Shrotavyadiri Rajendra Nam Santi Sahasrishaha apashyatam atman. So what you should not hear glorify, that it's not told first. Somebody may wonder why he is first talking of the negative, because once bad association gets into our system, it's very difficult to remove those impressions. So first he says, Ado Sangam Chasa. He's saying, first he says, Sarvato Manaso Asangam. Avoid bad association. Then he says, Ado Sangam Chasadusha. And from the very beginning, one should associate with saintly persons. And how? In three ways. Dayam, for the people who are below you. Maitrim, for those who are your peers. And Prashrayam, for those who are above you. So, all of us, we all are playing double role in our life. One is as authority, and also another role as a subordinate. Correct, no? For somebody we are a subordinate, and for somebody we are an authority. So, with all the three levels of devotees, we need a sweet relationship, like the Krishna-Arjuna relationship. So, those who are above me, how should I deal? There's another verse which is spoken by Dhruva, not Dhruva, Narada to Dhruva. And Narada told Dhruva, what's the famous verse? Gunadikan mudam lipset anukrosham gunadamat maitrim samanadan vichen natapairabi bhuyate. One will be free from threefold miseries, this verse says. If you relate with three people like this, those who are superior to you, be jolly to receive them and don't become envious of them, Narada said. Those who are equal to you, be friendly with them and don't brag about yourself, but be eager to share and listen to them. And those who are junior to you, be compassionate to them, don't ridicule them, don't mock at them, and don't be condescending. In this way, Narada told Dhruva three things. In the same manner, Prashrayam, take shelter of the superiors, and Maitrim means friendly dealings with equals, and then Dayam means go out and distribute books and preach and all those activities we do, showing compassion for the suffering souls, correct? So, in this way, where there is some trust placed by people in us, the relationship comes out very sweet. Where the trust is broken due to various reasons. Somebody makes a promise and doesn't keep the promise, or somebody is not transparent in dealings, or somebody resorted to some cheating or duplicity and things like that. Many reasons for the relationship to get rusted. So that is another big subject. But another example here, rusting relation is Drona and Drupada. It's a rusting relationship. They both are good friends in the Gurukula days, but later on, there was one mistake that happened from Drona's side. I wasn't aware of this. I always used to think that Drupada was wrong. I used to think like that. Recently in Mahabharata, I found out that when Drona went to Drupada's court, he told Drupada that, my dear Drupada, do you remember? You are supposed to give me half your kingdom. Is it ready now? Can I take it? That kind of tone he asked. Therefore, in this world, how you say, what you say becomes very important, isn't it? So, and Drupada king said, you are talking as if it is your property. Yes, I did say that I'll give you half, but this is not the way you asked. And then he told one of the ministers, give him a cow and send him off. Give him charity. And Drona didn't accept cow also. He went away. And then the bitterness developed between them. So, it's a rusting relation. On the other hand, Krishna Sudama is a very sweet relation. They also studied in Gurukul. And then later on, you see, when Sudama arrived in Dwaraka, Krishna went running, although he is the Dwarakadish. Went, embraced him and showered with tears of love. Both friends bathed each other's bodies with their own loving tears. And when he asked, after talking for an hour, he asked Rukmini, do you know who this is? She said, my dear Lord, not a single day passes in your life without talking about your friend. And why didn't you come inside and sit comfortably and talk to him? Then he said, oh, I totally forgot the time. He said, that was a kind of love Krishna and Sudama had. So they not only brought him in and made him sit, he washed his feet. He said, you have walked a long distance, your feet may be sore, let me wash it. Later on, he fed him prasad, and then he put him to sleep and massaged his feet. And later on, they both discussed about their Gurukula days fondly, how they both were intimate friends and everything. So in this way, in a devotee community, we want Krishna Sudama type of relationship. or like Krishna-Arjuna type of relationship. That is actually the juice when we are living in a devotee community, and that is going to charm the hearts of new people. New people. One time I had gone to Chapati temple. I was dancing in one circle with some students, and Gauranga was dancing in another circle. Suddenly Gauranga pushed through and came, and he caught my hands and started dancing with me. I also danced. And then Gauranga said, he whispered in my ears, "Hey, these boys want me to dance with you." He said, so for the pleasure of the boys, he was way behind, I was here. So boys want to know whether these two personalities are happy with each other. Correct? No? Same manner, the disciples want to see, are these two gurus happy with each other? Correct or not? You will see that. The living beings in this world, they derive great delight to see leaders happy with each other. They want to see what the leaders feel about one another. My spiritual master said once, in a brahmachari class, he said, it is not only enough to offer obeisances saying Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha. What we feel for each other is very important, he said, in our hearts. If we can have heart like a child, innocent child, we can have pleasant feelings for everybody. But since we lack that type of utter simplicity, we may sometimes have different experiences with different devotees, and which block our free-flowing love with them. That's why I am going to tell about what is genuine love. These are 9 slides I will show you. You can see one by one. See, love implies service, not just a feeling. See, Krishna is Lord, but he is serving his devotee, Arjuna. Similarly, Prabhupada, even in old age, is coming to America and dealing with, preaching with to scientists and other people. So here, when a boy and girl marry, newly married, many people come and give gifts, and they're very happy to receive gifts. Marriage day is a jolly day, happy day. But at the same time, marriage day is not just a happy day for enjoyment, it's also a day of responsibility. Husband and wife have to take responsibility. Now you see, when the wife is pregnant, the husband has to bring something for her. On the other hand, if somebody says, "My dear wife, I love you, but I am lazy to serve you," that is not love. Love implies service. So Lord is serving, devotees are serving. So that's then only the love can be experienced. Similarly, love is voluntary. Love is voluntary. It's not for salary. Look at this. When I got these pictures, I was so thrilled to watch this. You see, how happy are these kids with each other, isn't it? Such innocence and simplicity, you see. The living entities are by nature very sweet, being part and parcels of Krishna. But they become covered over by the mind in this world. That is why when you're covered with the mind has impurities. Just like if I have a bright white bulb, you cover with a yellow cover, it gives out yellow light. If you cover with red color, it gives out red light. Cover with black color, gives black light. Like that, the gunas spoil our free flow love, simple nature. See, a boss who gives salary can also yell at the people like this. But our movement is not a movement for salary. It's a movement based on inspiration and voluntary service. So we have to control our lower nature of anger and learn to deal with devotees and we should know that they are all voluntary workers. In a company, you can hire and fire people. Devotees you cannot hire and fire. Neither can you hire them, nor you can fire them. So they have to be dealt with respectfully because they are doing voluntary service, free service. Third is selflessness is inbuilt in Lord's creation. See the sunshine, see the moonshine, and see the rain shower. Everything is selfless, free of cost. The Lord is doing. Krishna is always selflessly taking care of all the living entities in this manner. So love is selfless. It's the nature of love. Whether Krishna's love for his devotees or devotees' love for Krishna, it is selfless. On the other hand, in the modern times, the families who become very selfishly oriented, they don't care about the spouse and they don't care about the child. Look at the pathetic child, you see, isn't it? So you have your career, I have my career, my bank balance, your bank balance. You mind your own business, I will take care of mine. And this kind of attitude is not a very, because of selfishness, what is in it for me? That kind of thought process can strain the relationships very easily. So even in a devotee community, if we render some service without, any kind of, strings attached, when we selflessly render service, that is something which deeply touches the people. Love means to please the beloved by sacrifice. In Sanskrit, it is called as Tat Sukhi Sukhitvam. Tat Sukhi Sukhitvam, which means you derive happiness by pleasing the beloved, not by getting something from the beloved. Like you see, Krishna is giving charity of cows to Brahmanas on the birthday, on his appearance day. Krishna Balaram giving away charity. So in those days, birthday means you have to give away. Not that you decorate yourself like a great king or a queen, like an angel, gorgeous dress, and everybody will come and give you gifts. On your birthday, you expect, who brought what? Bring it. That's not birthday. Birthday means it's a day to give, like that. So we also come to temple on Krishna's appearance day. You see a lot of people come because Lord is in a happy mood. He can give blessings and benedictions. And birthday people give it. So, Jiva Goswami, in Sandarbhas, he tells a story very surprisingly. It may appear like a mundane story, but it has a deep significance. Because why is he giving? Later on I will tell you. He says, once a villager left his village and came to city, and he was working as a watchman somewhere. So, say he was drawing something like, monthly he was drawing $500 or something. And he was only spending $100 for himself. $400 he was sending to home. And he was living in a simple place where there was only one room. He was eating only once a day. There were a lot of mosquitoes in that locality. But although he was taking pains upon himself, he was smiling very happily. He thought, my wife will be wearing a costly, she will be wearing a nice sari, and my boy will drink milk and go to school. In their happiness, he was achieving happiness. So this example, why he quotes, he wants to say that devotee means in Krishna's happiness we should achieve happiness, not in our own happiness. That means opulence for Krishna, poverty for myself. That is the right attitude. So is Guru pleased? Is Krishna pleased? Or Vaishnavas pleased? If I can serve, satisfy and please Hari, Guru and Vaishnavas, that is my pleasure. Okay, what about your pleasure? I don't care about my pleasure. That is the devotee. Love, the nature of love is, look at the mother. The child wants to enjoy the association of mother in the daytime, making noise. So she gives her time, But then after the mother goes to kitchen, this fellow peacefully sleeps in the day. At midnight he gets up. You can see that. But mother doesn't become angry with the child. You can see that she's ready to sacrifice her sleep. Daytime she works hard, nighttime she sacrifices her sleep. That's the nature of love, you see. Similarly, initially Arjuna was weeping, although Krishna was just 2 feet nearby, because he was disconnected from Krishna, the mind. Krishna is actually the ocean of happiness, but Arjuna could not recognize it because of his own mindset, my happiness. He said, Senayor Ribyor Madhye Radham Stapayame. He said, take my chariot in between both the armies. I will Javadetan Nirikshekam Yodukaman Avastitan. He says, I will see both the armies. Which means what he thought, Krishna is my friend, he is supposed to drive my chariot, and then I will decide what I will do. So he was in his own little world like a frog in the well. But then, when Krishna took the chariot in between, Krishna didn't speak a word, but he mildly smiled, he said. What is that word? Prahasanniva Bharata, he says. Why he mildly smiled? He knew that very soon this fellow is going to cry now. Therefore, already Krishna smiled. He didn't say a word. But later on, after hearing the Gita, Arjuna's attitude completely changed. He thought, I am insignificant. And Krishna is great. He is all-knowing. And I will just do what he says. Karishye vachanam. Then he became happy. So here, this boy seems to be very happy with the girl. But then because they both are selfish, later on it happens like that's the nature of this love in this world. See here. Love is free from any motivations. That little squirrel who served Ram with no motivations, he thought all the wanderers are doing so much service and I am not so capable, but I will do little of my part. And because he served with his best of his capacity, Lord Ram became happy with him. He put his 3 fingers behind his back and congratulated the squirrel. Because of that, the squirrel has become internationally famous now. Everybody talks about the squirrel. Otherwise, squirrels are not so big creatures. They are very tiny creatures, you see. On the other hand, see, Shakespeare says in Macbeth, there is daggers in men's smiles, he says. That means they are smiling on the face, but behind they are having a sword, as you see. People have come with motivations in this world. People in this world connect with some purpose. Like if you see 3 words, Mitra, Bandhu and Suhrat, 3 words in Sanskrit. Mitra is a social friend, maybe your colleague in the office. If a colleague connects with you, they connect with the purpose. They think that if I am in good touch with my boss, he will give me promotion. That kind of idea. Or if I make friendship with this fellow, he may give me some loan later on if I want. That is social friend. And Bandhu means blood relative. They have a little more thicker relationship. Correct? No? And Suhrit means heart-to-heart friend who has absolutely no motivation. So Krishna is called Suhrit. Pure devotees are called Suhrit. So all of us as BV leaders and mentors, we are also supposed to act like Suhrit for our people. When our desire to serve the people in our custody comes out of desire to facilitate the devotional service and nothing else, then we become Suhrit. And love means respecting individuality. Respect itself means valuing individuality. You see, Krishna and Ram and Lakshman, they were in the Panchavati, and they could have gone ahead with their own activity, but then they took a detour and then went to meet this old lady, Shabari. Actually, Lord Ram could have always told that, okay, this lady wants to give some fruit, she can pass it on to somebody. But he personally went, accepted it, sat, and you can see that how much he valued that old lady. Similarly, how much Krishna valued his friend Sudama. So, one of the aspects of respect is valuing every individual, respecting their uniqueness. Like you see, these parents are able to make this little child so happy. You can see that, isn't it? I love this picture. You see, how busy this man must be. Must be some IT engineer, busy fellow. And his wife also seems to be employed also. But I don't know how they are able to take out time and spend with the child. In America, people talk about quality time, correct? No? They take some particular day, particular time, they go with the child out and they try that. But you can see that the child is pretty happy here. On the other hand, here you see, this lady has one son and a daughter. Seems that son got some trophy. But the mother is so much appreciating the son and the daughter feels neglected. So, very wise parents are able to keep all children happy. That is why nowadays in schools they don't use the name disabled. What they say? Differently abled. They say differently abled. You see, this Chaitanya Sharan Prabhu, when he was a small boy, some wrong medicine was given to him due to which he got this polio thing he got. Now in NIT Rourkela, once he went, 1,000 boys were sitting. So as he was climbing up the stage, everybody looked at him. Oh, he has to limp with his feet and struggling. Then the mind became clouded with thoughts for them. Why this fellow has to take this trouble and everything. But the moment he sat on his seat and started speaking, everybody forgot his body. Because he is such an intelligent personality. He is so smart in the Bhagavad Gita, and the way he presented about it was beat the mind was the topic. The way he spoke, he got so many applauses and appreciation. Because he may have physical disability, but spiritually Lord has blessed him so much that he can influence 1,000 people with pin drop silence, isn't it? Therefore, we say differently abled. Or in schools, they call the children as a special child. You have seen that? Yeah. So in this way, by that we are valuing them. In our group also, in our baby group, sometimes we find some are very outstandingly performing activity services. Some may not be like that. Some may be mediocre. Some may be crawling, struggling. So we have to be sympathetic to everybody and give them respect for whatever they are able to do. Some may be able to only just come for the class and benefit from the class and go. One time His Holiness Danavir Maharaj was in Pune. So one brahmachari was saying, Maharaj, some people come and just eat prasad and go away. They don't hear the lecture. He said, Maharaj said, so what's the problem? They are such good people that they are ready to accept prasad. There are many fellows who don't want to even come and accept prasad also. He said, accepting prasad also is one type of wonderful service. He was telling. And then he asked that brahmachari, are you the Annadata? You are the creator of food? No, Maharaj. Who is Annadata? Krishna. Krishna is giving him. Why do you have problems? He asked him. In this way, he was valuing somebody who just comes to eat prasad and go. Correct, na? And love is unconditional. You see, Lord Ram, he did not see that Vibhishan is coming from a demoniac family. See, this is one of the problems we can face in our life. If you see somebody is a son of a demon, how many of us are likely to think that son of a demon may also be demon? We will think or not. Now Hiranyakashipu's son, he was not a demon, turned out to be a devotee. So, in the same manner, imagine in your community, there is a new devotee coming in. You ask the devotee, oh, you seem to be new? Are you new or are you connected to somebody? And they say that the fellow says, I am connected to some ex-devotee. And say, you had a problem with the ex-devotee. Then you think that, oh, this fellow is connected to him, he will also be like that only. He may think like that. Correct, no? We will see that the same devotee subordinates, they are attracted by multiple devotees. I have students, for example, who hear my lectures. They also hear Gauranga Prabhu. They also hear Gauranga Darshan Prabhu. They hear Amarendra Prabhu also. Actually, by hearing from others, they are not disloyal to me. You should not think, oh, you are hearing, some preachers try to keep them like this, Why did you hear that? Tell me, how much you heard? If you ask like, actually, nowadays everything is in YouTube. You cannot control anybody. At the same time, how we relate with them will blossom their personality. Correct, no? Because Krishna in their heart is inspiring them to hear from some certain devotees. So we don't have to control anybody like that. Therefore, our love for those whom we are guiding should not get diminished just because they like some other devotee. And how many of you experience somebody comes to you and glorifies one of your equal devotees? Anybody has experienced? Somebody came to you and glorified one of your God brothers or God sisters. At that time, what feeling arose in our heart? Immediately you feel that you are talking about so and so, what about me? You are not saying anything, I am guiding you. I am putting sweat and toil and raising you. You are coming and glorifying somebody else. Then we think like that. So, they are innocent like children, correct, no? So, even if they glorify others, that doesn't mean they don't love you. No? Like even you all here, you love your mother and father, but don't you get attracted to your uncle or your aunt or your grandfather, grandmother? Children love grandparents more than parents also. That doesn't mean they don't love their parents. So, in this way, Lord Ram did not think, because this fellow is brother of Ravana, he must be demon. That's what all monkeys thought. But Ram didn't think like that. Ram said, take case to case, person to person. Don't label a person. Don't have any preconceived notions. Yes, you see, Ravana, on the other hand, he told everybody proudly that Vibhishan is my brother, I'll make him one of my ministers. But then Vibhishan told his brother not to keep Sita with him and give Sita back to Rama. He became so angry, he told Vibhishan, all ministers are agreeing with me, you are the only culprit who is not agreeing. So kicked him like this. He said, get away from here. Now Vibhishan left his palace, left his wealth, left his fame, reputation, and everything, and came to Ram with empty hands. So although Ravana was brother of Vibhishan, he didn't treat brother like a brother. Because his love is conditional. You agree with me, I love you. You don't agree with me, I punch you. That's like that. Here you see, sometimes parents appreciate when the child gets good marks, but when child gets bad marks, So actually, we have to treat the children in such a way that whether you get good marks or bad marks, that is not my consideration. We have love for you, not for only your marks. Correct, no? Similarly, some parents make a comparison. See, you got this much, they got that much. We should never do that. That creates inferiority complex in children. Love means tolerance and forgiveness. Prithu Maharaj not only forgave, he forgot and he became friendly also. 3-step process it is. Not very easy. Forgiving may be alright, but forgetting is difficult. Some people say, 1996, June 12th, afternoon 3 o'clock. You remember what you said? I said, my Lord, how you remember? They say, I have forgiven you, Prabhu, but I still remember in the mind. I cannot forget. I have to ask them only what they said. People keep it in mind. Huh? So, and being friendly is very difficult. See, Krishna is forgiving Indra. He told Indra, my dear Indra, you may go now. Don't give up your post of Indra, but give up your pride. Like that he told him. So, forgiveness is a very sweet quality. See, forgiveness is called as the bridge that keeps people connected. And inability to forgive is the wall that you put around yourself and disconnect with others. Like here you see, a man dragging a heavy chain, symbolizing the inability to forgive. You see how the past pulls him back. Some people forgive, again they become angry later on. That's the inability to forgive. And love means security. Look at this little girl. She's holding the hand of the father. She has complete security in the father. Similarly, although Jatayu, the eagle, fell down to the ground, as Ravana cut his wings, he was bleeding profusely. Lord Rama came and took the Jatayu on his lap and cried, and then nursed the eagle and told the eagle that, see, for the sake of my Sita, you are ready to lay down your life. This very evening I will send you to Vaikuntha, he said. So, Lord Ram gave shelter and security to the eagle and gave him a very great Parampadam, offered him that. Even though he didn't win over Ravana. Materially he was a failure, spiritually he was a success, because he put his best efforts. On the other hand, here you see, Kamsa is expressing some affection to his sister, who is newly wedded sister. But at the same, it appears like he's giving shelter, support and everything. But suddenly when he heard Akashvani, what he did, you see. Isn't it? Immediately his mind changed. Which means this is not true love. It's a show bottle love. Show bottle love means one time you behave in one way, another time you behave in another way. You're not there to protect the people, offer the shelter to people. These are the 9 things I said. So, till now I spoke about relationships. So these are plenty of things. I can share the PowerPoint with all of you. I'll give it to Prabhuji, you can take it and go through it leisurely. Till now, do you want to ask anything or share anything, any of you? Because that was the first R about relationship, right now. The second R is about results. Now we are coming to our duty in profession, which means ISKCON. ISKCON has 2 sides. ISKCON is home, ISKCON is also office. ISKCON has a home-like culture, family culture. Like Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, like a home-like situation, you see, he's eating prasad with the devotees, he's dancing with devotees. And then one day, now today is Gundicha Mandir Marjan. Now he becomes an authority now. All of you, he's giving them all broomstick in the hand. And then he's telling them, bring the water, these things. And he said, I am going to check who did how much service. Even Mahaprabhu, can you imagine? Similarly, Mahaprabhu is very organized. He said, in front of the chariot, there will be 4 circles. In the 2 sides, there will be one circle. And behind, there will be 1 circle. Totally how many? 7 circles. And each circle, Mahaprabhu said, I will tell you who will play Mridanga and who will sing, who will play Kartal. And he even fixed the person who will dance also. I don't think in ISKCON we fix a dancing person. Mahaprabhu fixed dancer also. Every circle. It's super organized. People think Mahaprabhu was very spontaneous. He was spontaneous. He was also organized. You will see that. So, Mahaprabhu has some expectations, some standards also, protocols. What should be done, what shouldn't be done. So, which means you can see that, but the beauty of Mahaprabhu is what? It's called as, there is one word used there, Pavitra Bhartsana. It says, Pavitra Bhartsana means his chastisement was also holy chastisement. That means his admonishment was taken by devotees in a very good spirit, affectionately taken. We call it as a, iron fist with a velvet gloves. Somebody wearing velvet gloves, you won't feel so much pain. So lovingly he corrected the Gundicha Marjan day when he was dealing with the devotees. So therefore, till now I am speaking about ISKCON being a home. Now we are going to talk about ISKCON being an office side, getting the services done. How do we deal? If you are a leader of a team, Till now, anybody want to ask or share anything? Anybody remembers 9 things which I said? One point, anybody remember? Any? Love implies what?
Service.
Love implies service. Yeah, correct. That's one thing. Yeah? Sacrifice. That's second thing. Anybody else?
Unconditional.
Tolerance, forgiveness. Yeah, correct.
Unconditional.
Unconditional love. Correct. Exactly. Thank you. And? Yeah? Security, shelter. Yeah. Offering people like a tree shade offers safety, security, shelter to people. Like that, offering shelter to those who in our care. Yeah. Correct. Anything else? Respecting individuality. Respecting individuality. Correct. Anything else? Voluntary. Love is voluntary. It's not forced. Actually, therefore, in ISKCON, many things cannot be legislated. Faith cannot be legislated. Faith is voluntary. Love, faith, obedience cannot be legislated. Being a voluntary, it's called as influence without authority. Like say, I am coming to your project now. I am coming only twice in a year. I am coming. Now, what authority I have? I have no authority. When I first came in 2019, some people are asking me, you say you are a GDO, Global Duty Officer. What are you here up to? Some letters came to me. First thing I wrote to them, I am coming here not in the capacity of any authority. GVC has told me, go as a Global Duty Officer, visit the temples, learn the different ways they are preaching to youth, study it very nicely, and if you can offer them some support in the form of devotees, in the form of some guidelines they are willing to take, you can give. So I said, I am coming here as a facilitator. If you think I can be of some use to you, you can use me. If you don't want me, you can show the door, I'll go away. That's what I wrote to people. After that, I would have been quiet. Because I don't need any authoritative position to share what I am bringing here. If somebody is interested, I will share. If some temples say they are not interested, and I don't chase also after anybody. Because we have enough work to do. I have 600 mails in my e-box. I can attend to them, and there are many other parts of the world where there is a great demand. People are calling. So, my Guru Maharaj taught me from very early days that there are 2 ways you can manage people. One is using your official authority. Another one is using your influence through character. So the second one is more powerful. If you conduct yourself with high character, if people feel attracted to you and they are eager to connect with you, that is far more powerful than using our authority to get things done. So therefore, that unconditional thing we were saying. Anything else? Many of the points you all have recollected. So is it getting late for you, or can I say about results also? Yeah. You see, the soul is always divine, pure, but the soul has a covering over it. What is it? The mind. The soul has innate good qualities. Like for example, the soul has love, the soul has joy, the soul has a service attitude, the soul is courteous, kind, and we have seen people's good behavior also in this world, right? But the red thing which you see, the mind, it has acquired qualities. Like look at this man, he's smiling very nicely. Here you see how he behaves. Isn't it? You can see how people's nature changes sometimes. And this covering has come due to the gunas. Rajaguna, Tamaguna especially. As leaders, we also have experience of exhibiting both these types. Sometimes we behave like a pure soul, like this fellow on this side. Another time we behave like this. And this can create disturbance in the minds of the other members of the community. People get disturbed. For example, see, the rain coming from the sky is pure, but when it touches the ground, it becomes muddy. It becomes muddy. Similarly, the soul is pure. When it comes here, when the mental covering comes over the soul, then the behavior of the soul becomes changed. The vikar comes in that. Like here you see, I need 2 devotees, one with a strong voice, one with a mild voice. Who has a soft voice? Anybody? One with a mild voice, one with a strong voice. So I'll be showing yellow one is mild one and the red one is strong one. Any 2 devotees want to volunteer? You can raise your hand. Any 2 devotees? Okay, which one you prefer, yellow or the red one?
Strong voice.
Strong one, you have strong voice. Okay. And then yellow one, who would like to do?
Approach.
Yeah. So we can read. So you read the yellow one and he will read the red one. And you have to dramatically read it. Okay? Yeah.
God works through many by giving them creative thoughts.
My opinion is the best.
I'm open to good suggestions from my team. I consider I am one of them.
I am easily irritated. I am the boss. Just do what I say.
I'm grateful and appreciative of others' ideas. It makes my life easy and brings direction for the team.
I consider other giving opinion as insubordination. I badmouth about them.
You can see the difference? Huh? So the yellow one is the pure soul kind of speech. And the red one is the mind. The impurities in the mind are driven by false ego. That's the way a leader may speak. There's some more. Huh? Yeah, Prabhu?
I'm not an all-knowing God. Let me hear from my friends too.
I know it all. Don't tell me.
I'm one of the members of this team. I will work together to bring success in the team's goal.
He thinks I'm one of the team members. Although I'm made leader, just for the coordination purpose, I'm made leader. I was one of the team members.
I just can't do team playing.
I will tolerate my ego even if my original idea is rejected and is substituted by another idea of my team member.
This is extraordinary, right? No? You are not only agreeable for the idea of the friend, you are ready to even forego your idea and accept your friend's idea.
I quit the team.
Yeah, that's the ultimate. So now you get an idea of what is innate quality, what is acquired quality, correct? No? So what we have to do now, we have to purify the acquired bad qualities in the mind. How do we do that? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. The more we purify the mind, the mind becomes purer and purer, and the behavior of the soul and behavior of the mind should become one. At the time, the mind is 100% pure. Then we go back to Godhead. If we behave the way that, in like the yellow one I have shown here, isn't it? So, actually, in order for us to do that, first we should be self-aware. Personal competence means, we should go outside our body and look at ourselves. What type of person am I? Am I an aggressive person or am I a mild person? Am I, making snap decisions or I think and make decisions? Am I helpful to others or mostly I think about myself, selfishly? What type of person am I? So in second chapter of the Gita, 56 to 72 verses, Krishna talks about Sita Prajna, it's all about this. How does he sit? How does he speak? How does he walk? How does he deal with the world around? So if I can become self-aware, then I can do self-management. For example, I have to deal with some tough nut fellow, somebody. I prepare my mind in advance before going to that person. Correct now. He will say this and I will say this. He says that this is the way I'll speak. You prepare self-management means management. See, all these three guys, they missed the aeroplane. And look at this fellow, how this fellow is wild. And this fellow, this fellow is in Tamaguna who is crying. And Rajaguna person is, wild. He shouts at the driver, he shouts at the traffic, everybody. And this fellow is smiling. Okay, let me look at the next flight. Like that, you see. So, self-management, managing our emotions, correct? No? If I am a behavior leader and if I am not able to deal with my members properly, the number will reduce gradually. People will not be willing to come over a period of time because people observe us. So there are two things, Siddhanta and Sadachara. I may be very good in philosophy, but if my behavior is not good, then people will not agree to be sheltered by me. On the other hand, your behavior may be very good, but if you don't know the philosophy, they will take prasad and they will participate in kirtan and clap the hands and say that this is a very good Prabhuji, or very good Mataji, very nice people. They are like motherly, fatherly, and they'll go back and they won't grow in that understanding of the philosophy. We need a combination of these two things, Siddhanta and Sadachara. Both. Siddhanta is like the eyes, Sadachara is like the legs. If you have the eyes, you know with clarity, you know the philosophy. And Sadachar, if you have, then everywhere you'll be welcomed. Just like you have a leg, you can walk. Sadachar, if you have, everywhere you will be welcomed. Otherwise, if you lack Sadachar, then without the legs, I have to just sit in one place. That's all. I can't. Even if you know knowledge, nobody will be willing to listen. In those days, there was one devotee who, in the very early days, in the 90s, he got a Bhakti Shastri. In those days, Bhakti Shastri was a very big thing. Now, very easily you get. So, after he got Bhakti Shastri, he called 40 people on the congregation. He called and he said, he took out the degree and said, see, I have achieved Bhakti Shastri degree. Now, you guys have not studied these 4 books. So, next week I am starting a course. Everybody has to register. Only from a qualified Bhakti Shastri you have to learn. Like that he said. And he saw how many people registered. Only 2 were registered. And he asked, what happened to 38 people? Then all those fellows said, yes, we will want to undergo Bhakti Shastri training, but not from this fellow. From somebody else. Because it's kuch to gadbada. His attitude is wrong. They said, correct now? So, that's why we have to learn to subdue our lower nature and behave with higher nature. And social competence means, social awareness means ability to know the mind of other people. For that, first we have to know our mind first. Only then we can know others' mind. If I don't know how my mind is working, how will I know others' mind, isn't it? So, how do you know? For example, when I'm speaking a lecture, if Anantkeshwar from behind slowly comes to the front, I know that I have to end now. He's coming with the paper. I know what is there in the paper. Correct? Because knowing the mind of others. And I tell the people, okay, I think we can conclude in the next 5 minutes. I said, then he will sit down there only. He will not come because I know exactly what he is coming for. Correct? No? So, in this way, you know when people want you, when people don't want you. It's very easy. By knowing the mind of different kinds of people. If you know that, then you can manage your relationships. Relationship management we can do. So if you're knowing about yourself, you can manage your own emotions. If you know others' emotions, you can manage your relationship. But sometimes we are not able to know others' emotions, so we get into a quarrel, clash and everything. See, here Arjuna is melting down in the beginning of the battle, and Krishna has to convince him. Not an easy thing to do. Somebody has no motivation, no initiative, and here you see, a child is throwing tantrum in the house, or a spouse is forgetting something very important, or sometimes suddenly your colleagues in your office praise you, or suddenly people blame you. So I have shown 3 situations here. Child is throwing tantrum, or you are being blamed, or you are being praised. So we all are going to go through this kind of roller coaster of excitement and disappointment and everything. One day life is amazing, another day life is crashing. Right? No? So how do we deal with this? In Gita there is a famous verse. Na pravishyet priyam prapyano dvijayet prapyacha priyam stirabuddhirasam modho brahmani brahmavichtitaha. This verse says that be prepared. Prabhupada writes, in the material world, upheavals are quite common, he says. Do not think that everything will be all right in this world. So don't become proud or jump up and down when you succeed, and don't get psychosomatic depression when you fail. Understand that these are all like seasons coming and going in this world. So we have to manage our emotions. Similarly, when there's an opinion difference with the spouse, you see the couple has become morose because the father and mother are quarreling about how to raise the child. They have their own idea of how to raise the child, and seeing them quarrel, the child is crying, you see. So opinion difference, conflicts in parenting, or mental exhaustion by overload. So these are all things which make us emotionally vulnerable. And therefore then you have to take a Bhaktivriksha meeting. Then some other anger to be shown somewhere else, you may show here. Sometimes by mistake. And they wonder, I didn't do anything, why are you upset with me? They may ask. So therefore, a devotee's anger is Krishna. So the more we connect in our relationship with the Lord, we can withdraw from the world. Just like you have seen this coconut, green coconut, if you put it in water, after 2-3 months, it withdraws. It says, what do you call it? Is it copra? Copra they call it, I think. If you do like this, good sound will come. Similarly, we should be able to withdraw ourselves from the external push and pull. And by our strength in spiritual life. This is why those who are in leadership position, we have to be very careful to devote time for nice chanting in the morning and reading of Prabhupada's books, and heartfelt chanting and everything is very important. Then only we can get emotional resilience. Resilience means flexibility. And graceful response over reactions. Instead of reaction, you have to be able to respond maturely in this way. Look at this mother, she has 2 boys. So what these guys are doing at home, you see, you will see children sometimes, when they throw tantrums, they see how the mother is behaving. If parents are emotionally steady, not shouting one day and silent next, then the children respect the parents. But sometimes the parents are not emotionally steady. Even once in a while, we throw tantrums, then children actually, it takes long time to rebuild that trust. There was one plane going above Brooklyn, New York. It was supposed to go to Boston. Some birds, the geese which fly long distances, they got stuck in the engine. Not the engine, what do you call that? Propeller. And the engine stopped there in the sky. And people were screaming. But the pilot was a very intelligent pilot. He told the air hostess to announce that, don't worry, we will land somewhere else. We may not be able to reach Boston now because one engine has failed. Other engine, we'll do something. So he immediately got a brilliant idea. The Hudson Bay was there. So he turned it like this and took it to Hudson Bay, safely landed, and not a single person died. Everybody was saved. He got a big award also. One of the lessons we can learn from this episode is, if you panic, you cannot get creative idea. Correct, no? Whenever some danger comes, you can only pray to Lord that give me good intelligence now, what I should do. Imagine, instead of going this way, he went that way, everybody would have died. He didn't panic. Without panicking, you pray to God in such situations. Pray to Lord that He will bless you with strength. Be internally anchored, not externally driven. The storms in the external world will never abate. They will keep going. Therefore, internally we have to be anchored. So don't let happiness or sadness control your consciousness. So one challenge all of us feel as leaders, because you have to take care of your sadhana, your office, your family, and your services in the temple. With all these things, to also give Bhaktivriksha and also attend to their calls, it becomes sometimes too much time crunch. How many of you feel time crunch sometimes? Correct? We all face that. So when the time crunch happens, the thing which we compromise easily is our reading, hearing, preparation. When we are going to compromise that, then we won't be able to offer them quality service. Correct, no? So we have to find out how to do time management effectively. That's another seminar. The true leader is a person who, no matter how desperate situation, he gives others hope. Like you yourself may be in a desperate situation, but when the meeting is going to happen, meeting, you should be able to give them hope. Don't worry, I am also getting hope, you also get hope. See, detachment from ego. You are not the doer. The moment you let go of ego, you become a channel of greater impact. This fellow is having imagine a mukut on his head. Isn't it? So why turn to Bhagavad Gita? Because Bhakta gives us the discriminative strength. It gives us a steadiness, you see. It gives us a calm mind, clear intelligence, strength by the chanting. I'm going to conclude now very soon. Generally, we panic because we over-identify with the external situation. That's the main reason. And we don't have the anchor. See, this boat is getting drowned because it was not anchored to the shore. So the shore is spiritual world. By anchoring ourselves to the spiritual life very strongly, like a deep-rooted tree, will never be shaken up by storm. Yeah. So, actually the leaders also need regular association. Not only the new people. Because I do one series of seminars called as Slate. If any of you is interested, you can see in my channel. It's called as Slate Pune and Slate Hyderabad. There are two things. Slate Pune is almost 15 years old. 15-20 years I've been doing. And the Slate Hyderabad only I started about 5-6 years ago. So these seminars are very good for leaders like all of you. You will really enjoy it if you go through that. And because they are not a lecture for the common people. They are only for the main leaders. How leaders, just like you heard a lecture just now. if you found it relevant, like this, there are lectures on spiritual topics also. It's a spiritual managerial leadership, like that type of topic. It's called as Servant Leaders Applied Training Education, SLATE. I have 60 seminars, and each seminar takes 6 hours. But I conduct it in 2 hours. So in 3 sittings, I'll finish one seminar, like that I have been doing. So when you get time, you can see that. Okay? Begin the day with the morning, calm challenge, which means till 9, don't touch the smartphone, keep it inside. And compare, and avoid unhealthy comparison. That's all. This you all know already. Yeah. Jai Sri Prabhupada ki. Do you have time for 5-10 minutes?
We have 15 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, 20 minutes.
Okay. You can take some questions.
We'll have some prasadam, so a little bit, so you can get.
So, Prabhu, when do we draw the line? Sometimes it happens that many of the Bhaktivriksha members have been coming in for a long time, but they don't show much progress. Consistency is lacking, discipline is lacking.
Yeah.
So
Discipline in attendance also.
Yeah, attendance also. So sometimes a thought comes in that should I waste my time anymore or not? Is it a good thought or?
Yeah, that's a good thought. Say 3 times you call them on phone. Yeah. And all the 3 times they have not come for the weekly program. Now how many more calls are you going to make? Sometimes that situation is not very good. They have a small newborn baby at home. Or sometimes that child is studying in, some vital competitive exam they are doing. They want to support that child sometimes. Sometimes health is not good. If there is a genuine reason, then you can know that they have interest, but at the moment it's a circumstantial problem. But they are not having any serious problem, but still they are not coming. That means interest is not there. If interest is not there, no point chasing after them. Leave them for some time, 3 months. When they get some kicks, they'll come running. And that time, you can tell, okay, come for the class regularly. You can tell them. And also, we can also consider doing new outreach programs and adding new people also. So what we generally do in our youths also, so I am doing program for 3 months. I have some boys with me. Now I want to get new boys now. Then there will be 2 levels, correct now? Some have gone for 3 months and then some will be lagging behind. So what do we do? So when they come, we take them for outing. In 2 days we finish what we will cover in 1 or 1.5 months. Like that we cover. And then we add them to the previous group. Like that we do. In our youth training, we have a 75 fixed topics we have. And generally it is expected that when you finish the 75 topics, you are supposed to bring them to 16 rounds. Yeah, it's like that. It's all like one activity sheet. I'll show you how even a very newcomer, if he joins late also, you will understand. I'll just show you one example. I'll show you. Say 3 lives of King Bharata. Okay, this is one of the lessons. Huh? Is it big enough? Yeah. So here, one of the students, he reads 1 paragraph. Huh? Immediately there is a question. The purpose of Bharata, why did he go to Palahashram? To meditate and merge into impersonal light. If somebody says that is the answer, then we correct them. To take a break from the stress and struggle arising in kingly life. To pursue his spiritual career, worshiping Supreme Lord, attain love of God. Renounce everything that is dear to one's heart to Supreme. So, which is the correct answer out of 4? 3rd is the answer. But 4th appears like answer, correct, no? But the 4th is not the answer. 3rd is the answer. So, when I am making questions, I make like this. 1 or 2 answers are easy to say no, but by elimination, they won't be able to find out. Somebody says the 4th one, his goal was not renunciation, his goal was to worship the Supreme Lord. Correct, no? And then you read further, you explain further, then one more question comes. That means in half a page, you get one question like this. It keeps coming like this. You will see, yeah, that's good. See, more questions are there. So, in this way, we have this kind of, there are 8 pages in this, and the 8 pages can finish in 2 sittings. So this is what we have been doing, and then in case they didn't come to the class, so I finished this chapter today. In 2 sittings I finished. They come next week, for example. Then what we do, then we do this, like, see here you're seeing discover yourself. There are session 0 to, 0 is for one-time program. Discover Game of Life. It's an interesting session. Then 1, 2, 3, 4 we do it in weekly. And then we take them for outing, where we finish 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 days, or even 1 day also we can finish, 2, 3 can finish in that. And then the Discover Yourself course was a very nice course it is, with a lot of international class PPT. Very good it is. And then after we finish that, then we announce to them that these are all called positive thinker course, we call it. We tell them that there is a course with only 5 lessons, which will finish in 10 weeks. 10 weeks means how much? It is 2.5 months. So many will happily come. Just 2.5 months, you can come. The course is on reincarnation, scientific fact or sentimental fiction, correct no? After they finish this 5, then you tell them the one more course, Blossom Love by Transforming Heart. That's another 8 sessions, like that you tell them. This is the way we introduce short courses. In 2-3 months we do. And once people come to, see here Prabhuji, here when they come for this, by the time they finish course 1, there will be 4 rounds, you will see that. They come to this 8, they finish this called Sankalpa Festival, we call it, course number 2. Then by course number 4 ending, they will come to 8 rounds generally. And then when they finish here, when they, it ends here with this. When they complete these things, where is it? Outdoor Prajna, Utkarsh, that's all. When they finish the 8th course, they will be sitting down. Generally it takes about 1.5 years or so. 1.5 years. After that, there are also other MMC means Mantra Meditation Circle. Like in the morning japa, you invite them. It's about 8 minutes. We play 8 minutes and chant 2 rounds with them. Like that we do. Because this 8 minutes talk is made in such a manner that when I speak, and after half the time I'll start speaking about japa. Because it will lead to japa. It will make them become convinced that japa is important. If you don't emphasize on japa, they are never going to increase. They will remain where they are. But these MMCs will make them become more committed. So, you actually these things, all of these things will take you to the website. If you click here, it will take you. It's a direct kind of link here. Like here, you see, as soon as you touch it, it comes here. If you go, it takes you to the website. So, if you want, you can click, you can take notice of the link. I'll just show you the link. Just a minute. Because if you know this link, you don't have to. I'll just make it big. I'll make it even more bigger. Oh, sorry. You can see.
Yeah. So, if you have a situation when the Bhaktivriksha program or Krishna consciousness become plan
I can add one more thing also here. The name of the website also I'll add so that you will. This is the name of the website. Radheshyamdasdevotionalvideos.
Yes. So if let's say we are reaching out to the devotees and so for some of them, if Bhaktivriksha gathering or Bhaktivriksha program becomes their plan B,
Okay.
maybe
They have some other.
they have, I want to go to Kumar Shanu's concert. I want to go to XYZ, some other event happening. We are in Houston. And
Correct.
we have so many
Not,
activities going on.
Actually, we expect about 70% attendance. 70-75% attendance. Even the best devotees also don't come for every class. We find that something comes up for people nowadays. Every week is not very easy. If you get 75% attendance, they become very good devotees. And I will always see only one thing, is it a genuine reason? If they are not coming, is it genuine reason or they are sitting at home and not coming?
Sometimes that also happens.
Maybe the week before that they got frustrated with a lot of heavy load or something. Yeah. What you can do, if somebody is sitting at home and not coming, you visit them. Home. Say that I just came to, meet you, how are things? That will make them feel that little ashamed that I didn't go, maybe next week I should go. Correct now. When I was in IIT, one time I got malaria for 1 week. Saturday class I didn't go, and Devamrit Prabhu sent me a prasadam to my room with one boy, he sent. And a chit also. Radheshyam, get well very soon, and I pray for you. So next week I got well on Friday, but Saturday I was in convalescent period. Convalescent means body is not very strong. I didn't go. Then after the program, Prabhuji came to my room. The Astar came. And the door was slightly open. He opened and came in. I was shocked. My Lord, he is wearing saffron and everything and coming to my room is a big thing. I got up, he told, don't get up, get up. I know that you have just got recovered. Just came to meet you and came and sat. And he told me the whole summary of the class. In half an hour he told me. On that day I decided I'll never miss a single program. Because this care. Actually on that day I was thinking, these programs are becoming a little too much. First I want to crack the first rank. Let my studies get over, then I can go. These kind of thoughts are coming after 2 weeks. But once he came to my room, I thought now I have to go regularly. Because he has taken the trouble to come. That's why I showed you one of the aspects of love is sacrifice. When they see that you are doing some sacrifice, you have to win them, defeat them with love. Correct, no? And win over them by love. That is better than, why you didn't come last week? What is the problem? Tell me. No, that will not work. Because we are not paying them anything. Correct, no? Bhakti is voluntary. Being voluntary. Or even if you give a call, courtesy call, and how is everything, and then you tell them the summary or something. See, just like children like to play more than go to school. Same thing in Bhaktivriksha also. People like prasad, they like kirtan, but to sit and hear philosophy, they are not very ready.
Yeah, that's also another challenge.
And we can try to make it interesting. See, I was just now showing you, another interesting thing in this course I will show you. Just 1 minute. Say for example, say Spirit of Bhagavad Gita. You click this one. You go to Spirit of Bhagavad Gita, for example, there is also PPT and PDF, correct? Now, right now I opened PDF and showed you. You have PPT also. If you open this, you can download this. If you download this, it will come. It's a very colorful PPT of the same PDF. What are PDF you saw? Because some people like, this kind of pictorial presentation. So, yeah.
Regarding the Bhaktivriksha, people are interested in the Bhaktivriksha, they are committed also, they are in the services also, a lot of services engaged.
Yeah.
But recently I realized they are not consistent in the chanting.
There is one very easy solution to this. So every leader should daily give 2 connections to them. One is a Zoom japa in the morning and 15-20 minutes reading of Prabhupada books in the evening. So the evening reading 15-20 minutes is generally between 9:10 to 9:30 we do in Pune. In Pune there are more than 100 circles. So we call the circles as sport, we call it. Srila Prabhupada Online Reading Team, we call it. It's a 20 minutes reading. We begin with Prabhupada Leelamrita 1 volume. Because that gives them lot of affection and respect for Prabhupada. After they finish that 1 volume, then we go to small books, medium books, bigger books. And then one devotee reads, one devotee doesn't read. In the circle say about 10 devotees are joining. Each devotee will read one para. After they complete para, you ask them, what did you read now? They will explain a little bit. Then the leading speaker will also give a little extra explanation, like that. That way everybody gets to read and they also get to say a little bit. And then the leader can add a little more to that. So in this way, now some of the people are so regular. Last several years they are regular. Some of them finished all small books, medium books, bigger books, everything they have finished. Now they gone to Bhagavatam now, like that. So this 20 minutes reading, Mataji, I can assure you, if you do that regularly, your attendance in the BB program is going to be very regular also. You will see that.
There's a confidential thing when I talk personally to them, as you were saying, we have to understand their situation also where they are standing, as they are pretty much involved in the services. But the problem is both husband and wife are working and they all have small kids.
Right.
So the thing is the attraction toward the chanting and reading, it is not developing even though we started.
So how many rounds are chanting approximately?
Pardon?
How many rounds are they chanting?
They are on and off. They are on and off.
So those who are on and off, what you can do, you can invite them for only 1 round japa in the morning, say at about 7 o'clock. If you tell them just one round of japa, 10 minutes. If you tell them. So others can join you earlier. But those who are on and off chanting people, tell them that 7 to 7:15 if you chant, the whole day will go very well for you, you can tell them. Because you are already having a lot of stress-giving situations. This is very important for you to cool down your head. You can tell them like that. Yeah, correct, no? It's important for them. So they may come for 1 round, they will come. Those who are not chanting at all, tell them 1 round. Those chanting 1 round, try to invite them for 2 rounds. Those chanting 2 rounds, ask them for 4 rounds. So you are chanting, you are giving in Zoom call, say, 6:30 to 7:15. So those who are chanting 4 rounds will come at 6:30. Those chanting 2 rounds may come at 6:45, chant the 2 rounds and push up. And 1 round chanters can be called at 7. And then before that, most of your other rounds will get over. You can do like that. So morning Zoom japa and evening sport, Prabhupada book reading. These 2 things, any of you keep it, your attendance is likely to be very good. Because the connection between the mentor and the mentee happens very powerful by this. Because I can tell you from experience, I am all over Pune and Pune connected projects, we are doing this. And it is very, very successful. Earlier, those who are very slack, now what they are saying now, Prabhu, I was feeling, this is what was lacking in my life. I was feeling like an orphan, you know. But now after these 2 things start, I feel I am with my mentor every day, morning and evening. Simply by seeing the mentor's face, they get a lot of confidence. You know, only we have to be available to them. Like, you know, I generally do only lectures and put it in the YouTube. But now recently, we are trying to give the link to people to join Zoom. Such a big response for that. I gave 5 minutes before my lecture and more than 100 people joined, which goes to show that somehow people feel if a lively person is speaking, you know, they like to connect. So each of you, you are preaching and bringing people. If you can give that morning, evening support, you will do a very great favor to them. And they are likely to become strong and bring their friends also later. Some people have come for morning japa without attending a weekly program. Their friends call them, so they came. They attended maybe 2-3 days japa and then they joined the weekly program after that. Similarly, reading also, you can tell your people that you can bring anybody. Any of your friends want to join reading? Because Prabhupada's books are so versatile. Any book can be read and anybody, because people are at different levels of advancement. They might have already done advancement, they understand also. In this way, your weekly program number is likely to increase. And another one problem that happens in Bhaktivriksha discussion is, if you read 1 paragraph, for example, and the discussion time, they hijack the whole subject. You know, they will not let the speaker speak. Everybody speaks here and there tangentially different things. And then ultimately what happens is, you wanted to say something, but something else only came out. It happens like that. But these lessons which I showed you, you can tell people that next 40 minutes you take part in solving the exercises. And the exercises will keep the focus on the subject. That's what I found in youth outreach. In Hyderabad, we are using the same for congregation also. We are using a similar type of thing for congregation. So you can try it, and if it works for you, you can use it.
Sure.
Yeah, and also you can use any model. If Bhaktivriksha works for you, use Bhaktivriksha 64 weeks, correct? No? You can use that. Or if ISKCON Maharaj has made one book called as acronym, Gita acronym, that works for you, you can use that also. So whatever works best for your people, and you are able to, as a teacher, you like the material, you are able to teach it, that you can teach it. And I always emphasize people that you should bring, the end result is bring committed people to Prabhupada's movement. Like 6 months, so many people became devotees. Next 6 months, so many became devotees. We should be adding devotees into Prabhupada's movement. And we should also be seeing they are all increasing their rounds. Right now, why these levels are kept? You know, Krishna Seva, Krishna Sadhaka. We want to see them increase their rounds. Getting late?
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Prabhupada ki.
Hare Krishna.